Okay, so today we're going to try to take care of an issue with a Hyundai Ioniq hybrid emergency parking brake cable. I'm driving the other day, suddenly it says check smart cruise control system, the auto hold light turned on, the EPB light or emergency parking brake light turned on, the brake light started flashing. All of these Ioniq hybrids are known to have an issue with this wiring. It's this wiring right here. This assembly, it comes up into here, comes down over to here. I guess the issue is this bracket right here kind of holds this up, which tends to over time kind of pry up this connector that goes onto the emergency parking brake. And so then you get a disconnect kind of down in there. And so what we need to do is we need to get it so that it's not prying up, so it stays connected. So we're going to use the zip tie method. I saw another video on YouTube where a guy shows this from underneath the car. Going to try to hope to clarify kind of what he did and see if we can duplicate the same results. So I've already put one zip tie on here as an anchor point. I'm going to put another one around here, and then I'm going to do a zip tie between the two to kind of just pull that down, and we'll see how that does. So here's what I did. I put another zip tie on up here, but before I tightened it and before I got this one too tight, I got the zip tie kind of going between the two, and then as I tighten this, it pulled down here. Should help this maintain a better connector. After that, you just kind of put it all back together. And a couple more things I wanted to mention. I did take this to a shop to have it diagnosed at first when those lights came on. This is what they came back with their reader. My basic OBD2 reader does not read these kinds of codes, but theirs do. So you'll see this one. We've got a few of them here. This one, I believe the digit changes 1 if it's the right, or if it's the left rear. It'll be either the right or the left, or it'll be both. And you can see what they suggested was the EPB motor replacement. That would not have fixed the issue. The lights turn on as soon as that connection is interrupted, and then they don't turn off during a drive. You may turn off the car and then turn it back on, and then if things have shifted at that connection, then the light might not be on that time, but once it turns on, it stays on until you turn the car off and turn it back on. So different things kind of pointing towards it's the wiring issue. Like I said, this is a very well-known issue. You can find all kinds of forum posts on it and everything. You can replace the wiring. That would have been the next step if the zip tie didn't work. The wiring is anywhere between somewhere in the 200s to 300s, depending on where you get it from. But then there is, like I said, a technical service bulletin. I'll post a link in the comments that walks you step by step through that. You'll see they estimate about 0.8 man hours for it. It is a fairly straightforward. So I figure, me not being a professional, probably take a couple hours. So that'll be the next step if this didn't fix it.